We have a question now from Fabrice. Fabrice has asked, this is a specific question in relation to the body corporate for Bridgman Greens. What falls under the body corporate's responsibility and owner's responsibility in regards to landscaping the front garden of a lot? Example, one owner wants to replace the plants, rearrange the front yard, remove a tree. My understanding is that the front garden falls under the body corporate responsibility and the backyard under the owner's responsibility for funding and maintenance. So I've taken a look at the plans for Bridgman Greens and the bylaws or the community management statement. So this advice is obviously only specific to Bridgman Greens, but may give owners some guidance in how to find these answers for yourself. So with Bridgman Greens, it's a building format plan of subdivision, which means the lot owner typically owns the space inside the footprint of their townhouse. So the body corporate plans would show the outline of the townhouse sitting on the common property, and everything within the walls is the lot owner's responsibility. Everything outside the walls is the common property. Now, in addition to that ownership structure, the lot owners at Bridgman Greens all have exclusive use rights over their private backyards or their courtyards. So if you were standing on the common area driveway looking at a particular townhouse, everything from that front wall back would be the lot owner's responsibility, either owned by the lot owner or given to the lot owner for their exclusive use and maintenance in the case of the backyard. Now, when it comes to the front yard of each townhouse, I presume Fabrice is asking about the garden area in between the driveway and the front door of the property. So those smaller garden areas, those are on the common property. So those are the body corporate's responsibility to maintain. Now, some bodies corporate in the bylaws give the responsibility of those smaller front gardens to each lot owner as exclusive use. But in the case of Bridgman Greens, those are not subject to an exclusive use grant, which means the body corporate should be maintaining all of the smaller garden areas on the front side of the townhouses. So basically the front yards are the body corporate's responsibility. Now, that means the body corporate should be maintaining those. For buildings that have a caretaking service contractor, the contract generally covers the maintenance of common property, which would include those front courtyards as well. So if a lot owner wanted to make some changes to the front courtyard of their particular lot, that is effectively a lot owner making a change to the common property for their own benefit. And there is a section in the regulation about how a body corporate should deal with that. So if the change is a minor change, and minor is defined as being either $3,000 or less value, then that's something the committee can approve. So just a simple example, if an owner wanted to plant a rose bush in their front courtyard area so they could look at it from their living room, they would be making a change to the common property. It would be for the lot owner's benefit, so the lot owner would pay for the cost of that change, and installing a rose bush would be below $3,000, which means that could go to the committee for approval. Once that particular bush was installed, then the maintenance responsibility would generally revert back to the body corporate or to the building's caretaking service provider to continue sort of maintaining that garden bed as though it had always been like that. So it's lot owners making a change to the common property for their own benefit, and there are rules around whether the committee can approve those changes or whether the body corporate as a whole needs to approve those changes. In the backyard of those particular townhouses where they are subject to exclusive use, it's still an area of common property owned by the body corporate, but under the exclusive use bylaw, all of the maintenance costs and the maintenance responsibility are transferred to each individual lot owner. So lot owners do need to maintain their own backyards because they have the exclusive use grant. And in exclusive use bylaws, sometimes those bylaws allow owners to make changes to their exclusive use areas at the back, and sometimes they don't. So if the bylaw does not allow owners to change their own exclusive use areas, then even an adjustment to the exclusive use courtyard at the back may still require the body corporate approval. And it would still be at the cost of that individual lot owner. So we do see this with lot owners wanting to replace natural grass with astroturf or install some decking or change the planting type in their backyard. That would all be at the lot owner's cost, but may require the approval of the body corporate before that can proceed. And as a general rule, if any owners are unsure about whether something does or does not require approval, it's generally better to make a telephone call to us and ask for some guidance. And if we're unsure, we would generally suggest putting an application, sending it to the committee and seeing what the committee says, because it's better to ask for permission rather than forgiveness in this case.